What if the fastest way to finish is actually the slowest way to win? In a small mountain village, there was an old forge. Smoke rose from it every morning. Two young apprentices worked there. Their names were Nolan and Maya. The old blacksmith gave them each a raw iron rod. "In 100 days," he said, "you will each make a blade. The strongest one earns a place in my workshop." He said nothing else. No instructions, no hints. Maya worked fast. She heated her rod, hammered it into shape, and cooled it in water the very next day. Her blade shined within a week. It looked sharp, it looked finished. People walking by would stop and stare. Nolan worked differently. He heated his rod, folded it, hammered it flat, then folded it again, every single day. His blade stayed rough, dull, shapeless. Weeks passed, and it still looked like a lump of scrap metal. One night, Nolan could not sleep. He walked past the old smiths resting outside the forge. He was not meant to hear them, but he did. Steel that cools too fast stays hard, but it turns brittle. Steel that gets folded again and again, slow and quiet, builds layers no eye can see. That's what survives a real hit. Nolan said nothing. He walked back to his bench and kept folding that same night, just like every night before. 60 days passed. Maya's blade was polished and beautiful, catching every bit of sunlight. Nolan's blade was still dark, still plain, still unfinished looking. Some apprentices laughed at him. Then, on the 90th day, a storm hit the village. Part of the old bridge collapsed, trapping a family's cart under fallen wood. The blacksmith grabbed the nearest tools to cut through the beam. He reached for Maya's blade first, since it was closest. It struck the wood once and cracked down the middle. The blacksmith turned to Nolan's rough, unfinished blade instead. It struck the beam again and again. It did not break, it did not chip. It cut clean through, and the family climbed out safely. Maya stared at her cracked blade in silence. Nolan said nothing either. He simply picked up his blade, wiped it down, and kept folding it by the fire that same night, just like every night before. The next morning, the old blacksmith walked over to Nolan's bench. He watched him work for a long moment, then walked away without a word. He didn't need to say anything. Nolan already understood. Speed shows you something quickly, but strength is built where no one is watching. The blade that looks unfinished the longest is often the one still standing when it truly matters. If this story reminded you to trust your own slow, quiet progress, give it a like, drop a comment below, and share it with someone still folding their own steel.